If you're planning to attend HHN this year, you may be wondering what you should bring with you. We're going to cover what you should bring with you to HHN to make sure you have the best event possible.
Welcome to the channel, everyone. Now, if this is your first time with us, be sure to subscribe, for it does help our channel, as well as give this video a thumbs up, because it does give us the ability to create more content, especially about the thing we love, Halloween Horror Nights. But now let's move on to what this video is about, and that is what things, as in stuff or items, you should bring with you guys to your next Halloween Horror Nights event.
So we're going to be covering a few items that we personally like to bring with us when we go to HHN to just help our night run as smoothly as possible. So these are 7 things that you can bring with you that will help make sure that your night runs as smoothly as possible as well. Starting off with number 1.
A backpack. Now, these items that we have on our list are not any particular order of importance. Just wrote them down thinking of what's the main items we do bring along with us with Horror Nights, and the first thing we thought of was a backpack. Now, usually me or Steph will carry a backpack because it does help us carry other items, especially the ones that we have on this list. You'll see that you can all fit within this handy dandy backpack. Which, another handy thing about this backpack too is, especially for like me and Steph, when we go through the houses, sometimes we get some good scares that we may want to flail. So having the little straps here helps us hold on for dear life while we walk through the house.
Okay, so moving on to item number 2 on our list, which is your own water. We recommend bringing your own water with you because while you can get water cups at the different vendors and the quick service locations, they are pretty tiny cups for the ones that they give you. And if you are waiting in line for 2 to 3 hours for the houses sometimes, you're going to go through that water very quickly and you're going to want to have your own water handy. Not only that, but even though this is a nighttime event, it can be pretty hot in Florida, especially the first few weeks of the event, even at night, so you're definitely going to want to stay hydrated.
And just like Steph said, you can't go to the vendors as well as the quick service restaurants to get like those small little cups of free ice water. However, they also sell like their bottles of water. This is one way that you will spend a lot of money, is just by buying bottles of water. They're not cheap at these theme parks. I think they're like $4 or more, to be honest. So just bring your own water bottle for like a whole case. Almost pretty much get it for like $6, as many waters as you really need. 24, 48, whatever counts they have. Now, moving on to our number 3 pick, which is based on importance depending on what the weather is like, and that's going to be a rain poncho or a rain coat. We highly recommend that you guys stay updated on Orlando's weather because we're in Florida. There could be a pop-up shower or scattered storms throughout the night anytime, especially around this season when Horror Nights is going on from September and October. That is technically hurricane season for Florida, so you never know when you just may have a stray shower pop in the area, and when it rains, it pours in Orlando. But when it does rain at this event, a lot of people do leave because they don't want to be stuck in the showers, or they find somewhere to hide indoors. So a lot of those outdoor attractions, or like the houses for instance, they have the outdoor queues, so you can't go right up in there. It's going to be a shorter wait than usual. And also, if you're staying at a Universal Orlando Resort hotel, you can easily leave the rain poncho or coat inside the hotel room, which, first of all, if you're not staying at a Universal Resort hotel, then that's your miss. If you're going to Horror Nights, you should stay at one of these resorts because it definitely helps your experience. We'll be doing a video later in the future about that and which ones are the best to stay during the event, but that's for future videos.
So speaking of weather, moving on to our next item, which is going to be sunglasses. This one might sound a little weird at first because HHN is a nighttime event. However, what some people don't know is that the first hour or 2 of the event is in the daylight. And if you are walking around outside with the sun out and then you go in some of those houses, you won't be able to see anything. So we recommend wearing sunglasses while it is still sunny outside. So then when you do go into the houses, you can take your sunglasses off and you'll be able to see much, much better.
Yeah, it's going from the extreme bright sun of Florida to the extreme darkness of a Horror Nights house. I mean, imagine the difference in that. Your eyes are not going to be able to transition, so having those sunglasses is going to help. By the way, those were not my sunglasses, those were Steph's, so it looks weird on me. They look a lot better on Stephanie. Now, moving on to our 5th pick, it's going to be one of the most important ones, really, a portable phone charger. Now, this little bad boy right here is going to save your day, especially at an event like this, when it's at the end of the night and your phone is drastically needing some help with its battery. The portable phone charger is going to give you a sense of relief when your phone is running low on battery, especially that at this event, you kind of want to have the Universal mobile app. If you don't have it, please consider downloading it. It is a huge game changer when you're deciding to even go to the parks in general. But this app allows you to check the wait times of the houses, as well as do mobile food order pickups, which is a great time saver when you're running through the park at the event. And it also gives you much more important information that may be going through the park when you really need it and you don't know what's going on. It's a good way to go, which means you need to use your phone, which means you need to use your phone battery. So last thing you want happening is your phone battery to die. That's why the portable phone charger is gonna be your best friend at Horror Nights.
And if you are going to the park during the day and then also staying for the event at night, that is a very long time to be in the park. And like Brian said, you're going to be using your phone for wait times, for virtual queues during the day if you're using that, and mobile ordering. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a lifeline for your phone.
Yeah, especially if like the houses are 2 to 3 hour long waits. You're not just gonna sit there without using your phone. If you are, it's gonna be a long 2 hours.
Okay, so moving on to number 6 on our list. This is something that a lot of people actually bring to the event. We don't, but you might want to, and that is earplugs, like the little squishy ones.
The what?
The little squishy ones. People like to bring these to the event because the houses can be very, very loud, and even in the streets, the music can be loud. There's chainsaws sometimes, so it can hurt your ears if you don't have earplugs. So some people do like to bring those. So that might be something that you consider bringing with you as well.
Also, here's another bonus item for you guys to consider bringing along. It has to deal with something about the loud noise, and that's like ibuprofen. Things like ibuprofen, especially I know Stephanie needs some with the loud ruckus that's going on in Horror Nights and all the strobe lights and stuff. It's very easy for somebody to get a headache, especially if you really haven't eaten long, you haven't really been drinking, you've just been going around all day nonstop, especially like in the park during the day and then Horror Nights at night, or even just Horror Nights in general. Ibuprofen can be a one-stop shop for you guys to stay away from headaches, because you don't want to have a headache in the middle of the event, because if you do, your night is ruined, period.
Yeah, a headache is a really big downer when you're at the event. And as somebody who gets frequent headaches, I make sure that I always have ibuprofen at the parks with me. So this is something that if you are prone to headaches and if you are sensitive to loud noises or strobe lights, that is something that you should consider bringing with you. So that brings us to our very last item, which is going to be your wallet / ID / ticket. You will have your ID and your ticket and your credit cards and all of that in your wallet, but you want to make sure that you bring your wallet with you. This is going to be the most important item that you do bring, because if you don't have your ticket, you can't get into the event.
Obviously.
If you don't have your ID, you can't get any alcoholic beverages if you are of age.
Over 21 or 21 and older.
And if you don't have your credit cards, you won't be able to buy any of the treats or any of the merchandise, which is no fun. So just make sure you bring your wallet with your tickets, your IDs, and your credit cards inside.
So obviously that may seem like a little duh, but a lot of people do forget these. They leave them at the hotel and they just go into the park to have a good time. And when you get there, it's not a quick trip to go back and to come back to the park. So this is something we really emphasize, that right before you leave that hotel room, make sure you have your ticket, make sure you have your ID in your wallet or any spare cash or credit cards, whatever you're using to spend to get the merchandise, treats, and anything you guys want at the event.
All right, so that does it for our list of the things that you should consider bringing to HHN with you to make sure that your night goes as smoothly as possible. Of course, this is all dependent on your preferences and what type of visit you are having. Sometimes we don't even bring anything except for our tickets and our wallet with us. But then other nights, if we are planning to spend the entire night there and really want to be prepared, then we will bring all of these things in a backpack. So it really just depends on what type of visit you are going for.
So just like Stephanie said, sometimes we don't bring any of those items on that list just because we may be going for an hour or two. So all we need is our ID and our tickets just to get into the park. Now, if you guys do have another item that we didn't put on our list that you think is a great idea to bring too, go ahead and let us know in the comments down below, just so we can go ahead and discuss some other great ideas for items to bring to make Horror Nights the smoothest possible when you do attend. Now, we are super excited for Horror Nights to be returning back this year. As you can see, we're gonna be posting much more Horror Nights videos coming out for you guys. So be sure to like it, subscribe, and stay tuned because we have much more on the way. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.